I haven't decided when I'm going to post this, but I'm filming this in my pajamas and not in my birthday outfit because I want you to see what my life is like in reality and not what you see in pictures. Today's my 40th birthday. Yay. If you would have asked me a year ago on my birthday what I thought I'd be doing on my 40th birthday, it would not be this. It would not be having to come home from work early because I am so tired that I can barely put one foot in front of the other. It would not be having had COVID. It would not be now having officially been diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. Thank you, COVID. It would not be having been sick since May. Definitely wouldn't have been any of that. On one hand, I feel really selfish complaining about it because we all know someone who didn't survive COVID, or multiple people. So I feel really selfish even complaining about any of the symptoms that I have. On the other hand, there's the Lisa that was here a year ago, and then there's the Lisa that's here now. My near pastor's family, if anybody asks you how you're doing, the answer is always, I'm fine. You're fine. Your whole world can be a dumpster fire, but you're fine. Because you're the people that take care of everyone else, and there's no time for someone to take care of you. So when people ask me how I'm doing, the answer is always, I'm fine. I could be treading water, drowning, but I'm fine. I've been sick since May, essentially. And while I love my doctor, she's wonderful, I would give anything in this world to never have to go see her again. But that is sadly not the reality. The reality is I have more days than I can count when I wake up, and I am so tired I can barely get out of bed. Can barely put one foot in front of the other. I have to give myself mental pep talks and will myself out the door. And even then, the fatigue gets a hold of me so quickly that I'll be 2 hours from home marketing, and I'm not sure that I'm going to make it home in the car because I'm so tired. And this is not a tired that a nap can fix. This is not a tired that, a couple nights of sleep can fix. This is a tired that is there when I wake up. It's a tired when I go to bed. It's a tired that you can feel in your soul. This is chronic fatigue. This is like mono on steroids. This is something I battled during COVID. Little did I know it was going to come back with a vengeance a few months later. There's a lot of other random symptoms involved in it, like my body hurts all the time. I have a sore throat most every day. I'll randomly spike fevers. It's just a whole random slew of symptoms that don't make any sense, but fit together in the grand scheme of chronic fatigue syndrome. And this is all thanks to COVID. So when I sit here and I listen to all these people argue about COVID and vaccine and, there's a 99% survival rate. Yeah, at what cost? The Lisa from a year ago could work out 2 times a day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. The Lisa that's sitting here today is not that person. The Lisa that's sitting here today has trouble with her lungs. I'm 40 years old. behavioral health, we talk a lot about the mentality that you stay in. Do you stay in a victim mentality? Do you stay in a survivor mentality? Well, this is a weird middle ground mentality. You were a victim of COVID, but you survived. But now you're in a mentality that's somewhere in between, because you've almost lost your ability to do basically the one thing you love, which is fitness. I'm able to work out some, not like I want to. As far as work goes, I force myself to go to work because I can't lose my job. But, you know, there are some days this just gets a hold of you, and my limbs all feel like they weigh 5,000 pounds, and I'm pinned to the bed and I can't get up. And there's no getting up. Sometimes there's no walking from my bedroom to the kitchen. It's that bad. It's not an exaggeration. It's that bad. Am I telling you this for you to feel sorry for me? No, I don't want you to feel sorry for me. This is more of an educational thing, that this is a very real thing that's happening to people. If it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. This is more of everybody's being a jerk to everybody right now, so sprinkle kindness around like confetti. People need it. I went to the gas station to go get a Monster because I do anything I can to have energy, and the poor little guy looked like he was having the worst day of his life, and I hadn't spoken to him yet, and I just looked up at him and I said, "Hey, how are you doing?" And his whole demeanor changed, and he was like, "I'm good, thank you for asking." And I was like, "You didn't look like you were having the best day, so I just wanted to make sure you were good." And you could see the stress kind of fall off of him, but yet you could see it was still there. And I just thought, I wonder when the last time somebody was nice to him was. And I said, well, you know, I try to leave each place that I go a little bit better than it was when I got there. And he just looked at me, and you could tell there was a huge grin behind the mask because of the way his eyes were. And he was like, "Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope you have a wonderful day." The sincerity in his voice when he said it. It's like, you too. It's not that hard to just ask someone how they're doing. It's not that hard to just say, "Have a nice day." It's not that hard to lift someone up. You never know what battles people are fighting, because there's always going to be the pastor's daughter who's never going to tell you. There's always going to be the healthcare workers who are in survival mode and are trying to just get through what's going on. You never know what a year can do. Remember that. Be nice to your family. Spend time with the ones that you love. Work isn't everything. Don't live there. Don't do it 7 days a week. It's not worth it. It's not what we're here for anyway. Go have experiences. But yeah. Never underestimate what can happen in a year. And now, if you see this posted after you've seen the pictures of me with my family eating dinner and me dressed up and looking like everything's fine, also remember, certain people are masters at masking. When you ask someone and they say, "Oh, I'm good, I'm just tired," maybe dig a little deeper. Because that "I'm just tired" covers a broad range of things.